I want to bring in on this broadcast as well our panelists, Muralidharan Shivalingam, Vijay supporter is with us. We've got Ramakrishnan Rajagopal, retired IAS and spokesperson of the Tamil Nadu BJP, Harish Mohammed Ibrahim, political analyst, and Sanjay Sahai, former IPS officer. Good evening, gentlemen. Thank you all very much for your time, and I appreciate your patience. We had that news break quickly coming in of Vijay emerging out of the CBI headquarters. Muralidharan, I'd like to begin with you. There are all of these charges of conspiracies doing the rounds, conspiracy theories that are swirling. What do you have to say about Vijay being summoned by the CBI? Do you see this as central agencies hounding, targeting Vijay?
No, I think Vijay's party was very clear that, they wanted the CBI investigation compared to a probe or a local law enforcement investigation. Having said that, just a week ago, the state president of BJP, sitting next to Amit Shah, pointed out towards Mr. Sendil Balaji, and he said that he's the person who had caused the entire sabotage. So when allegations are towards him, and that too sitting next to the Home Minister, under whom the CBI is, and that's very clear that Vijay has nothing to worry here. And as the TVK has been claiming right from the beginning, this is a sabotage by the ruling DNK party, because they are the ones who did not let Vijay stay at Karur when the incident happened. The police came and forced him to leave the place, etc. And after that, Mr. Sendil Balaji got into that. He was at the hospital all night, and 41 postmortems were carried out in a hurry in the night, and all of those bodies were cremated very next day. There was not much time given even for the kith and kin to mourn the death, and for the family members to come and see the body. And they were all cremated. So what was the hurry about? That's exactly what even TVK cadres want to know. Everyone, not just TVK cadres, the whole of Tamil Nadu wants to know what was the great hurry in which postmortems were conducted in the middle of the night and people were cremated in the morning. So that throws up a lot of questions.
Harish?
I think the CBI will answer.
Harish, would you like to respond to that? There are several questions being asked about whether the stampede was a result of a conspiracy, and this is something Vijay himself has claimed.
Akshita, I don't want to go ahead and insinuate whatever the baseless allegations which has been put forward by the previous panelists. And having said that, whether Mr. Sendil Balaji has requested Mr. Vijay to come 7 hours delay prior to the Karur meeting and the Namakkal meeting, whether he has said that, no. Having said that, if these kind of nuances, these kind of insinuation is going to put behind whatever the investigation is going to happen, and making sure the 41 lost lives should be going under peril. Having take a instance of this today's appearance by Mr. Vijay, at about 11 o'clock, he has been summoned by the CBI.
Yep.
And he has taken his flight by 6 o'clock in Chennai with a private jet. But during the same September 27th incident, he was supposed to be there by 8:30 in Namakkal, the first point, and by 12 o'clock, which has been called for by the Friday secretary, at about 12 in the Karur. Karur is what the second point is all about. But Mr. Vijay is starting from Chennai itself by 9 o'clock. So it is a deliberate attempt which made there is no
The
beyond
constant
doubt.
argument against that, Harish, is that all politicians are always late. They have their own standard of time, unfortunately.
But having said that, that depends on the politician who is depending on. But here, an actor who turned into a politician with a huge cult classic base, crowds to be swell wherever he goes. So once the surge is happening on an organic basis, you shouldn't do it as a prima facie. There is a clear-cut, deliberate attempt by Mr. Vijay to go ahead and show the crowd in a massive phase. That is the reason by 8:30 he has given his first point in Namakkal, and he is starting from Chennai itself by 9 o'clock. Whether anyone at this stature will do this, no. Whether Mr. Sendil Balaji have asked Mr. Vijay to start by 9 o'clock to come to the meeting by 12 o'clock in Karur, no. So these kind of basic humanity should be there by these kind of actors who has a large crowd base, which is evident that they have to follow the strict protocol. And there have been a 24 points protocol is given by the Karur
Okay.
administration, Karur police department.
Yeah.
Even by September 25th, on the same Veluchamipuram, the ADMK have conducted
No,
almost
I see
15,000
your hand
people
up,
have
Mr.
gathered over
Muralidharan,
there.
but just give me a moment to also
These
bring in
kind
Mr.
of these
Rajagopal
kind,
on this.
yeah, these kind
Mr.
of
Rajagopal,
basis.
your opening remarks of what we're seeing today. 41 lives, and let's not forget that. 41 lives were lost. It's been over 100 days since the stampede. There are so many questions still looming on who is responsible. To the BJP, sir, do you buy this whole conspiracy charge? Ultimately, there will be questions about whether the organizer is to be held responsible. In this case, Vijay, in this case, the TVK.
Well, there are two issues. One is the loss of lives, and the other is the intention. Now, loss of lives has occurred. Now, who's responsible? Anybody who's responsible for that will have to be charge sheeted. Now, was there an intention on the side of the TVK? I don't think there was an intention to create a problem. And I don't think anybody wanted lives to be lost. But unfortunately, lives were lost because of their negligence and their late coming. But at the same time, I think the police authorities should have taken better steps to make sure that the lives were not lost, because there were so many things which could have been done. Vijay could have been stopped. His people could have been stopped. About 10 or 15,000 people who came with him from Namakkal could have been stopped. Vijay alone could have been allowed to enter. The crowds could have been better controlled. I think all this was probably not done. I don't think there was even proper planning by the district authorities. We don't have any evidence, any minutes of a meeting held conducted by the district collector. So it clearly shows that the police has also not acted in fulfillment of its duties. So the fault lies with both sides. Now, who's to be apportioned how much blame? I think that is what the CBI will have to decide.
Mr. Sanjay Saha, your views on what's playing out. As a former IPS officer, who is the onus on when something like this happens? Is it on the police for perhaps not ensuring adequate deployment, as the TVK alleges here, or is the onus on the organizer, on Vijay, irrespective of whether he cries conspiracy or not? Does a certain amount of responsibility fall on the shoulders of the TVK?
See, law and order is the complete responsibility of the state government. There is absolutely no denying the fact. Over a period of time, 1 decade, 2 decades, we have tried to make it into a very, very palpable sort of a story that anything told by the politicians and anything told by the government, that is created in a manner as a smoke screen. Now, let's come to this particular accident, what was made to happen. This was bound to happen because it was on a regular basis happen, and police all around Tamil Nadu, wherever Vijay went, it's the same sort of atrocious sort of a crowd management which was happening, to the extent that High Court of Madras, they had also given instructions. Now you come to the first and foremost thing is the venue. That venue cannot be a venue. I've been talking about it at the time of the stampede itself. It is, I think, the Karur Road highway. How can a highway be made into a venue? I'm just not able to understand. Anything which goes against the norms, the principles of crowd management, I think all those things have happened. Now 15, 20,000 people moving with the actor himself, and that is his standard protocol. That is the way it has happened all throughout. At the DMK, it developed cold feet. And DMK never went. DMK means I'm talking about the government of Tamil Nadu, have nothing to do with the political party that developed the cold feet. When all these things happened, then what was done? One committee after other, there was a criminal investigation by the local police, rightly so. Then you have a judicial commission, then you have SIT, and then finally the CBI. Two of those things have been wound up. And 3-4 months down the line, the loss of lives have been huge. It is not a complicated criminal investigation. Let's be very clear about it. And Mr. Vijay and the TVK, if they want to absolve them of their responsibility, only two guys were arrested. That is the district secretary and the town secretary. Other two were not arrested. They got anticipatory bail. So this is the way the whole system is operating. As far as Mr. Vijay is concerned, there is absolutely no denying the fact that he is aware of all these things which have been happening and which has been happening on a regular basis. This incident was bound to happen, and it happened. Because someday it will happen. There was outage. You can get into
No, you
all
can hold
those
everyone
things.
accountable, but ultimately there will be questions. Vijay is crying conspiracy here, Mr. Muralidharan. That's almost washing your hands of the responsibility of the TVK. in holding this kind of an event. They do have to ensure that they also take care of the necessary arrangements. Questions that have been asked is also about how Vijay continued with this event despite knowing that chaos was breaking out, throwing water bottles at them and continuing his speech.
Ashita, let's revisit the whole thing again. He was given time from morning 10 to evening 7. So even if he comes at 6:30, it's the responsibility of the law enforcement to ensure there is no untoward incident. And this is not the first rally he's been holding. He has held many rallies. As the respected IPS officer mentioned, it's a law enforcement, safety, security of the people is responsibility of the state. And when he wanted to have this rally, they are the ones who gave permission with conditions. So as simple as that. Man, today, do we have a SOP on that? We still don't have an SOP. In fact, the Madras High Court has taken cognizance, and they are writing the standard operating procedure. So how to conduct these rallies? That's only after the event. Before that, there was nothing. So how can you blame TVK? TVK is new into this story. It is, your seasoned people are the ADNK and DNK. They have hosted, they have held so many rallies in their last 50 years. Nothing had happened that time. So that's the reason why the questions are being asked now. So even if it comes at 6:30, it's the responsibility of the state. And state, we know what's happening in the state. The law and order is in shambles. Right? There's a North Indian worker who was lynched a couple of weeks ago, right? And where is he now? Nobody knows. He got something like, I think so many cuts on his body, and there's no way that they could walk. And they say he discharged himself and he walks away. We still want to know where he is. This is how the law and order situation is Tamil Nadu. And drugs at,
No, wait, we're kind of digressing. I get your point about law and order in Tamil Nadu. Harish, that's where the question comes up on whether the cops also are equally responsible here. Look at the political blame game of things, of the DMK and TVK pointing fingers at each other. Are we ultimately forgetting that a tragedy has happened and perhaps there are lapses on both sides that need to be acknowledged?
Even after a ruthless comment has been passed by the earlier panelist, even after 41 lives of loss, he has been deliberately saying that even by 6:30 they can come, their leader can come. How come a general secretary of a party can... Sir, I didn't interrupt you. Have some
One at a
civility.
time, please.
Sir, have some civility. I haven't interrupted you. Please be silent.
Yeah, Harish,
But
finish your point and then I'll give you a chance to respond.
his general secretary calling for the people to come and gather in a crowd by 12:30 on a scorching heat. When after even 41 lives have lost, they have been ruthless in saying that the people can come by 6:30 and gather for the meeting at about 7 o'clock. What kind of ruthless argument is this? And having said that, the September 25th, the Velichamypuram, the same meeting venue have been given to Mr. Edapadi Palanichami to conduct a meeting which has been supposed to be there by 10,000 people, which has given a nod by the local administration. And even there, the police personnel were 167 police personnel were deployed over there. Even the same venue have given for the Mr. TVK's or Vijay rally as well. And they have been given an administration nod for 10,000 people. Even the crowd surges to almost 30,000 people. The police deployment was there at most 597 under a ratio of 20:1. So don't complain the local administration or the police department for this mishap, which has been deliberately carried out by the TVK.
I like how both sides are claiming conspiracy. Mr. Muralidhar, and your response.
What are you talking? No, did they hold anybody responsible? The local police, the DSP or the superintendent of police of the district should have been suspended. They didn't do anything. Why? See, it's only the TVK has to be blamed for everything, is that? The law enforcement is the state. They could have come out and said, no, it's dangerous, don't come now. It's too late to hold the rally. Vijay would have turned back. They didn't say anything.
Okay.
They are only keen to send him out of Karur as soon as the incident happened. And 41 lives that he's talking about, and it's clear in the hands of DNK because a few months ago, there was an air show at Marina where 4 people died of stampede. And the intelligence officer was supposed to be responsible for that. You're sitting next to the CM and watching the air show.
Okay.
That is the kind of law and order here.
Mr. Rajagopal,
And Tamil Nadu.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Rajagopal, let me bring in the BJP also on this place. Mr. Rajagopal, go ahead. There are also questions being asked here about the timing of the CBI summon to Vijay, with the likes of DMK, surprisingly enough, the DMK now saying that this is a central conspiracy against Vijay.
I don't think it's got to do anything with the elections or the political campaigning that's going on. It's a question of the CBI having to complete its work. CBI will have to file its charge sheet within the stipulated time. And if the charge sheet is delayed, obviously there would be accusations against the CBI. And all people concerned will have to be inquired into before they file the charge sheet. And obviously, there are lapses by the police authorities, but at the same time, one can't say that Vijay or TVK party is beyond blame, because why did they come with 15,000 people from Namakkal? And they knew that the place was already overcrowded. And you had 50,000 people coming in and hitting into a crowd of 20,000 in a place which could accommodate 10,000. Automatically, it was like a wave. And as people started moving with his van, they stepped over each other, and that's how the lives were lost.
No, I agree that, at the end of the day, whatever has happened, we need a detailed investigation to kind of reveal the details. The TVK at this point all through wanted a CBI investigation. So in that sense, they've gotten what they wanted. There's no point now crying central conspiracy by any way, which is why you're seeing Vijay also going ahead and cooperating with the investigation. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time, for joining us here on India Today. We're going to track the latest that comes up and get you those details on the takeaways of Vijay's questioning, and also if there's going to be a day 2. Will he be summoned again by the CBI? Those details we will track here on India Today.